Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the concept of increasing and decreasing function, like how such functions are increasing somewhere and how such functions are decreasing somewhere, and what is the logic of derivative in order to find out increasing and decreasing functions. So let's see, my dear friends, let's start the video. What are the increasing and decreasing functions actually? So a function well, what are the increasing and decreasing functions? A function I can define. Let me write out the first of all definition of increasing and decreasing function. A function f of x is said to be increasing function f of x is said to be increasing and increasing on some interval, and I'm taking a to b if the condition is if your x1, you are taking any point x1 and that point is less than equal to x2, another point, and that implies if we are substituting the x1 in this function, and it will gives you a less value to f of x2 if you substitute in this function. For all f x1 and x2 belongs to this interval a comma b. What is the meaning of this definition actually? So point is that a function is known as increasing function if you have an interval and you are taking 2 points from this interval, and these points are such as, like, one point is less than to other, like if one is a small point and other is a greater point, like 2 or 3. So if your function is giving you a less value on the small point as well as a greatest value on your large point, clear? So if this condition is followed by some function, so that function is known as increasing function. Logic clear? But if we are talking about decreasing function, you can say that a function is decreasing function f of x is said to be decreasing, and we are decreasing on some interval a to b if, again, if you have some point that is x1 and that point is less than to x2, but this time this point is shorter than this point is smaller than this. So this time if you are substituting x1, so this is a value, it will gives you a greatest value as compared to x2, clear? So you are just substituting a small point and it will gives you a greater value, and if you are substituting a greater point, it will gives you a less value. So if this condition is satisfied by some function, that is known as a decreasing function for all x1 as well as x2 belongs to a comma b interval. This is a simple definition of increasing and decreasing function. So let's see more about the increasing and decreasing function with the help of some graph, my dear, and here I'm just giving to you. Now you can see some functions are normally increasing functions, some functions are normally decreasing functions, but here some 2 points are involving, that is strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. And from first we are going to start first what is showing to you. So somewhere the function is start from O and the other point you got a P. From O to P is a increasing function, no problem, but somewhere it will gives you a constant value, like it's a non increasing, non decreasing somewhere, and after this point, like this is point Q and this is point R. So overall this function is what? Overall this function is increasing. Overall this function is increasing, but you can see in the part second, like this is your point P and this is your point Q. So in whole function you can see this is gradually increasing, Like nowhere this function is giving you a constant value, nowhere it's stopping anything. So it is giving you a increasing value, maximum value always. So from P to Q, this function is always strictly increasing. The increasing means somewhere the function will gives you a constant value, somewhere it will be stopped to increase. But you can see if the function is always increasing, nowhere it is stopping their positions, so you can see the function is strictly increasing. And now you can see decreasing function. So this function is decreasing, like it is start from P and then it is reached to Q, and from Q to R it is giving you a constant value. The function is not decreasing here from Q to R, but after R to other point, this is start again to decrease. So this is a decreasing function, but here you can see this function is decreasing because it start from P and then move up to Q, and it is constantly, it is decreasing, continuously decreasing. Nowhere it will gives you constant value, it's known as strictly decreasing. But somewhere you got some function is sometime increasing and then sometime decreasing, and up to here then start to increase, then start to increase, and then start to decrease. It means somewhere it is increasing, somewhere it is decreasing. So these kind of functions are known as neither increasing nor decreasing functions. So these kind of functions we have. And now the point that which kind of a methodology we are going to use in order to find out increasing and decreasing function. Well, see, here I'm just giving you some example of increasing and decreasing function. So this is my example number first. Here I'm just giving you. So if you have a function that is denoted by f of x and it is written as 2x plus 3. Okay, and this function is defined on R. R is a set of real numbers like minus infinite to infinite, you can say. So if you are taking any 2 point, I'm just taking 2 point, that one is x1 and other is x2. So x1 is less than to x2. So here if you are substituting x1 in this function, so what you got, like you can say, or in the other way you can say that 2x1 is less than 2x2 multiplying by 2, and if you are adding 3, like 2x1 plus 3 is less than 2 of x2 plus 3. Am I right here? Now you can see this function is known as f of x1 and this function is known as f of x2. Clear? So f of x1 is less than f of x2, either x1 is less than x2. It means you can say that what is it? It is strictly increasing function, strictly increasing. Like at small value it is giving this small point, it is giving small value, and is the larger point it is giving the largest value. So you can say that this function is strictly increasing. Strictly increasing function, no problem at all. Okay, see the another example, my dear friends. Here I'm just giving you the example number 2nd, and here I can consider the function's value f of x is equal to a raised to power x, a raised to power x. So in the case of a raised to power something, like some constant having power algebraic values, so in that case you have two opinion, like what will be stand x a stand for. Like if a is a negative, so the result will change, but here I'm just taking the value of a, my dear friends. So a will be greater than 0 and less than 1, then what will be happens. Okay, and here you can say for all x belongs to R. I'm just taking real numbers set. So let's see. So if you are taking function that is a raised to power x, in that case I can say if I'm taking x1 is less than x2, so it means you can say that a of x1 is less than a of x2. No. Now listen to me, what is a actually? A having value that from 0 to 1, like it is less than 1. So if your a is less than 1, so here you will not say it is a less than, it always will be greater than. So this always will be greater than sign. If your x1 is less than x2, so your a raised to power x1 is greater than a raised to power x of 2. But if you got a is greater than 1, so in the second case I'm giving you for this question, and here you can see if the smallest value is giving the greatest value, smallest point is giving the greatest value, so it means this function is what? This function is strictly decreasing. I'm not using a equal to sign. If you are using equal to sign, so that will be increasing or decreasing. But if I'm using less than or greater than only, so it means we are talking about strictly increasing, strictly decreasing. And here you can say if your a is greater than 1, in that case, if you are taking x1 is less than x2, so your a raised to power x1 is always less than to a raised to power x2. In that case, this function will be strictly increasing. At the smallest point, it will gives you smallest value. Largest point, it will gives you largest value. So that is strictly increasing, and this function is strictly decreasing. So this was just simple examples for the strictly increasing and the functions. And further we will just going to discuss some questions and how the derivative will involves, and how with the help of derivative we are going to find out the value of increasing interval, decreasing intervals, and specific point also. So let's see guys. Thank you so much for watching this. Bye bye. Take care.